All right, is it time for the war yet? Let's talk about Chief of War Episode 6. Hey everyone, it's David Stark from Watcher Pass, and I'm here to talk to you about Chief of War Episode 6, the Splintered Paddle, coming to Apple TV Plus on August 29th, 2025. Sixth episode in the Chief of War series. Are we at the war yet? I mean, it's called Chief of War. Are we there yet? Well, my hot take is I think you should watch it later. I thought it was a good episode. It has plenty of drama, some backstabbing, some different approaches to what will happen next. And it's a beautiful, beautiful episode, but not enough war. Still feels like a setup episode. Last episode felt like a setup episode. This episode feels like a setup episode. Every episode feels like a setup episode. I mean, we got three more left after this, so I imagine it'll get pretty intense pretty quickly. And the ending in this episode is really, really good, but still not there yet. So I think you should watch it later. I thought, I'm still going to keep watching the series. It's been a really good series so far. It's been fantastic. So I will keep watching it. I'm excited to see where it goes next, but this was just an okay episode. The last two episodes, just okay. Fantastic start. Really great start to the series. Good, 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 good. And then it went a little bit downhill, kind of like that pod racer type race that they had in the last episode. And now we're kind of in a comfortable, just okay zone. So I'm gonna tell you a little about the episode, a few things I like, a few things I didn't like, and then really quickly go into a recap. So as you can imagine, there'll be spoilers in the recap section. If you don't know what happens in this episode, and you might not, there are some surprises, some big kind of changes along the way. I would turn it off when I get to the recap. Before that, though, I'll keep it vague. I'll keep it spoiler free. Let you know I get to those spoilers. So in Chief of War Episode 6, you got some more intrigue on Hawaii as the kind of two factions of Kamehameha and Kiowa try to vie. Remember at the very end of the last episode, Kiowa took like the first strike by burning some food. Now we have to see what's going to happen to see if they can unite Hawaii. And can they do it before Kalikili comes to attack? Well, you have to watch the episode to find out. So, things I liked about this episode. The first, I like the drama and the backstabbing. There is a lot of kind of like, I don't know, political maneuvering, some behind the scenes stuff as they are trying to get ready, trying to be prepared for both internal attacks and then external attacks. And it's fun to see kind of like how they are preparing and the different ways that they are doing that, which leads me right into the second thing I loved. I love the different approaches. You've got a couple different voices here. You've got some very different ways that these two leaders and their various council are trying to solve this problem, and I like seeing it. I like seeing it play out. I like seeing how the different people interacted in the different ways, whether they worked or didn't work. The third thing I love, it's beautiful. It's just, I mean, it's set in Hawaii. Of course, it's beautiful, but there are some really beautiful scenes here. Some nice, water scenes, and also like a nice contrast to different places. I know it all takes place in Hawaii, but you get to see some bleak places, kind of like Scar's land from Lion King, and some beautiful places like Simba's land, and it's all in there. And the last thing I love the ending. It's again, this is a setup episode, but the ending makes me think that we're gonna have something really interesting happen next episode. So, all that being said, things I didn't love as much, still setting it up. We last episode felt like a setup episode. This episode feels like a setup episode. It's called Chief of War. When are we gonna get to the war? Not here. And that kind of goes right into the second thing I didn't love as much. It's fairly slow. I mean, look, it's again set up. There's drama. There's kind of behind the scenes maneuvering, lots of dialogue, things like that. Not as much excitement. I liked the first couple episodes because there was always like some sort of exciting scene. Here we don't really have it. So all that being said, Chief of War Episode 6 comes Apple TV Plus on August 29th, 2025. Like I said, I think you should check it out later. It's okay. I mean, look, if you're this far in, you're going to watch it, but this is just an okay episode. So if you do see it, let me know what you think. Let me know what you liked and didn't like. I'd love to hear it. I'm going to really quickly go into a recap right now. So if you don't know what happens this episode, I would turn it off now because there will be spoilers. So this kind of goes back and forth between Hawaii and Oahu. I would do one and then the other, but you kind of have to do them both. They interweave, which is interesting, but I can't really just do one without addressing the others. Actually, let me try. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try doing Hawaii first and then Oahu. So over in Hawaii, Kamehameha goes to inspect the destroyed hut. Remember, Keoa burned a village of foodstuffs. Well, Kamehameha is inspecting it. Kaina wants to attack Keoa, but Kupoa says that they should speak with Keoa. She is, I think, his cousin. So she, grew up with him. She thinks that she can convince him to kind of like choose peace. And Kahumanu says as well they should talk. So Kupo and Kayani eventually go to talk to Keoa. Now, over on Keoa's side, he's trying some sort of magic and rituals with his witch person, kind of looks a little bit like Ursula. So he's trying these various spells and things like that, and in the process, he burns his father's war headdress, hat, whatever you want to call it. And it's kind of a sad scene because it's like this is a powerful thing with my father, and he like burns it because he wants to take what his father gave to Kamehameha. Now, some people want to talk, but some people are preparing to fight. Heke goes to Nahi and asks him to teach her to fight. It seems like maybe they'll hook up. They start to fight. He teaches her some moves. And then Heke seems to like hit on him. So maybe Heke and Nahi will be a thing too. I guess we'll find out. Kayani is meanwhile, as a man with a gun does. He's playing with his guns. He's checking them and whatnot. Then he goes to meet with the sailors and bring the guns ashore. Now, they're bringing the guns ashore to give them to Kamehameha's people. Kamehameha's chief says that they can like replenish their foodstuffs and things like that. So it seems like these sailors are accepted at least for now. Now the captain asks Kayani about the sandalwood trade, and he's like, "Just be patient." I don't think he wants to like put it all right now. So feels like they are making progress, but they still need to be a little bit more patient. Now, Kayani and Kapua go to speak to Keoa, and they're in this like cool, I'll call it the volcano district. It's like black sand, volcanic ash area. Again, it looks like Scar's place. It looks like, Keoa is Scar and Kamehameha is Simba, or, I guess in this case, Mufasa. Maybe something bad will happen then. We'll see. But they go to Scar's place, aka Keoa's place, and they talk. Meanwhile, Tony is teaching the Hawaiians to use the guns. They are inexperienced, but hopefully they'll get better. I don't understand how Keoa doesn't hear the guns going off. I guess maybe Hawaii's very, very big, but those guns are real loud. Anyways, Kapoa and Kayani meet with Keoa. Kapoa tries to tell Keoa that they need peace because they need to be united before Kalikili come to attack. And Keoa's like, Kalikili's not my enemy. My cousin is, which doesn't seem to bode well. Now, he doesn't choose peace, and as Kai leaves, Kua insults him. Kai pulls a gun on him, and Keoa doesn't seem fazed by this. He says he's not afraid of these weapons, and he's coming for Kamehameha. Now, Keoa later goes to talk to his like Ursula-looking witch lady, and she says that with these weapons and with the god of war that Kamehameha has, Keoa can't win, and what he should do is cross the channels and try to make an alliance with Kalakili. So that's what he does. Now, meanwhile, Kamehameha tells a story about when he went to visit a different village and he was attacked by the villagers there because they thought he was a plunder. They actually broke a paddle over his head. And, his chief is like, "Oh, we'll go kill them." And he's like, "No, no, no. It's not their fault. We have built this cycle of war. All the chiefs have built this cycle of war where people capture and plunder." And so they were just, defending themselves. And so Kamehameha then makes a new law, a law that you can't kill unless threatened, and it applies to everyone. Everyone has to follow this law, even Kayani. Just pulled a gun on Keoa. Didn't use it, but seems like it's going to be kind of a shift in the way that people interact. And he calls this the law of the splintered paddle because when he was attacked, a paddle was splintered on him from the beating. So that is what happens over in Hawaii. Now, over in Oahu, you see some discontent building among Kalikili's people. They don't like his talk of replacing bloodlines, essentially a purge. And a friend of his son says that he should replace Kalikili. That Kalikili's son should replace Kalikili. He knows how to rule. He's not insane, so he thinks that he should do this. Now, not only do they want us to hate Kalikili because of his purge, they really want us to hate Kalikili because the next time we see him, he is petting a dog, like a cool looking Inu dog, and he tells the men to roast the dog with sweet potato. Like, come on, like we don't like him already because he sacked a temple and killed children. Now he's eating a dog. Like, what else are they going to do to make us hate him? So that happened. I don't know what dog tastes like. Probably delicious. A really cute dog. It was probably delicious, but he shouldn't do it anyways. Now, his son goes to confront him and tells Kalikili that they can't destroy the royal bloodlines, that that's part of Hawaii. And then Kalikili shows him some of the chiefs of Maui who are trying to like whisper conspiracies against him, and so he executed them. He basically hung them almost like from a cross, like their arms are above, their feet aren't touching the ground. It looks like they're stabbed. It looks almost like a crucifixion, similar-ish. And so this does not look good for Kalikili, but the son doesn't say anything. He puts one of them out of his misery and then keeps going. I think the sun will probably at some point try to rise up, but we will see. Now, later we see Kalikili's pretty metal tower. Like, if you were gonna make a metal album, this tower would be in it. It is a tower made of human bone. Like, it's horrible because of how crazy it is, but it's also pretty freaking metal. So, in the shadow of this awesome, horrible but awesome Tower of Bones, Kiowa comes to talk to him. And so Kiowa goes and says, like, I need your help taking out Kamehameha. And if you do this, we'll have peace. Hawaii will not stand in the way of you taking all the other islands. And Kelikili's like, why don't I just kill you and take Hawaii? And Kiowa's like, I thought of that. If you kill me, Hawaii is going to unite for Kamehameha, and you have never taken a united Hawaii. So with this, you send some troops with me. We go take over Hawaii. I can have Hawaii, and then you can just have all the other islands. You think Kalikili's going to go for this? Probably not. He agrees. So Kiowa has his alliance. Kalikili says he'll send his best battalion over, but then he chooses this like crazy battalion person. This person named Oponi, who says basically like, I'm gonna kill Kiowa after I take Hawaii. And the son never told him to do this. He just wants this because he is just a bloodthirsty person. So he says he'll take Hawaii and then kill Kiowa. So seems like Kiowa made a deal with the devil, and the devil's gonna backstab him, most likely. Now, that is kind of the main conflict in Hawaii, but then at the end, we get a new conflict. We see a ship pull up, and we're like, oh, maybe it's our sailor friends. Maybe they're about to head back to do some more trading. Nope. This is that group that Captain, I think, Mari, I forget what his name was, but he is the one that like was trying to sell the location of the Hawaiian Islands. Well, he found a buyer, and this buyer is here looking to take the Hawaiian Islands. So not only do they have internal struggle between Kamehameha and Kiowa, external struggle between Kalikili and everyone in Hawaii. Now they have some sailors with guns here to take it as well. Maybe we'll finally get some war, but not this episode. So, what do we think will happen next? So, I think KO is going to come with a battalion. Probably during the fight, the battalion is going to kill Kiowa and probably unite the people for Kamehameha. Maybe Kamehameha will try to save Kiowa and Kiowa will attack him. Something like that. Somehow they're going to get united behind either Kamehameha or Kalikili. Because they'll have to, or Kayani. Because they'll have to, because Kalikili is going to come attack. Although maybe he won't. Maybe he'll have sent his person to take over Hawaii, and now he doesn't have to think about it. He can work on the other islands. But I think at some point these sailors are going to attack. They're probably going to establish a base, maybe try to take over one of the islands. And so eventually, I assume the Hawaiian people are going to have to unite against these sailors, push them off. Maybe that will be what unites them. They'll realize that their own internal struggles are not important. It's them against the outside world. They have to keep their society, their culture safe, their bloodline safe. Maybe that's what's going to happen. They're going to fight off the sailors, and yay, everyone wins. But we will see. That is Chief of War episode 6. Like I said, it's okay. I'm waiting for more. I'm waiting for more war, but it hasn't happened yet. Maybe next episode. So if you do check it out, let me know what you think. Let me know what you liked and didn't like. I'd love to hear it. And thanks so much for watching. If you like this review, please like and subscribe to this channel. It helps me out a lot. Make sure all my new content goes straight to you. Thank you.